So it seems like this year at D23, Star Wars had a bigger role than it has in the past, and because of that, we got a lot of information on what's coming to a galaxy far, far away. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another movie news video. My name is Joker, and today we're talking about all of the Star Wars news that was dropped this year at D23. So for starters, as I've already said, Star Wars really hasn't had that big of an impact at D23 in the past couple of years, because they've really only been working on a few projects at a time, be it we'll see Force Awakens for 1 year, the next year we'll see Rogue One, then Episode 8, then Solo, then Episode 9, but this year, on top of Episode 9, we're getting so much more, and it's ridiculous about the amount of content that was announced this year at D23. Starting off a little slow, stuff we've already known about, but we got a little bit more confirmation on the new Season 7 of Star Wars, the Clone Wars that was originally canceled and then brought back all these years later. But now, after so long of speculation and wondering what's actually going to happen, we can see that Season 7 of Clone Wars will be on Disney Plus February of 2020. This is going to follow more of the story of Ahsoka, I feel, and in the Coruscant Underground, especially in the 1313 area. And I'm hoping that with this series, we'll be able to see what happened to Ahsoka between leaving the Jedi Order and turning into this gray Jedi that we see later in Star Wars Rebels. There's a lot of, no pun intended, there's a lot of gray area there, and I want to figure out what happens to her character to get to where she is now, so she can get involved with the Ghost crew when that comes around in Rebels. But we got a little bit more coming out of this as Kathleen Kennedy invited up on stage Alan Tudyk and Diego Luna, the stars of Star Wars Rogue One, and now they're talking about the new Cassian Andor series that is going to be coming to Disney Plus. There are still no real announcements as to what exactly is going to be going on. All we know is that the show is in pre-production right now, and it is going to be a spy series based off of Rogue One. Obviously, it's going to take place before the film Rogue One, so it's going to be based mainly on Cassian Andor and K2SO and how their adventures. I'm gonna assume it's how he gets K2 and how they start moving out together as he reprograms them to be on the Rebel side, and then hopefully it'll tell the story about how it leads up to the creation of Rogue One, which I think would be kind of cool, just leading up to the point where they're like, we gotta go find Jyn Erso. Her dad knows some stuff about this Death Star. But either way, I think that would be absolutely amazing. I'm really excited for this series just because I don't know exactly what it's going to be about. At first, I was thinking, what's the point in having this? We already know the story of Rogue One. Why have more? But then I realized, they're right. Diego Luna and Alan Tudyk were two great characters in Rogue One, and they definitely deserved more screen time than they already had. So why not give them a Disney Plus series? I think it's a smart way to go. And if you just want to keep going with Disney Plus series, we finally got more news on The Mandalorian. And on stage, Jon Favreau himself introduced a new extended cast for The Mandalorian. So not only are we getting Pedro Pascal, Gina Carano, and Carl Weathers, but we're also introducing Taika Waititi as IG-11 and Giancarlo Esposito, who is, I believe he's playing a role in the Death Troopers that we saw in the trailer that was also dropped at D23. So I'm assuming he's going to be on the Imperial side after the factions are just destroyed and nothing. This takes place after Return of the Jedi, so the Empire is in complete disarray. No one knows what's going on. So it could just be a lone squadron of Death Troopers just doing their own thing. Who knows? But I'm so excited for this show, and the fact that it comes out this year on November 12th is when we'll be able to start streaming it from the launch of Disney Plus. Ooh, I'm excited. But of course, there is so much more news than that. After talking about The Mandalorian, we got introduced to a legend in the Star Wars universe coming back on stage alongside Kathleen Kennedy. You know him, you love him. It's Ewan McGregor. And he walks on stage, and we all got excited for the big hints that we're all talking about. I had a video earlier last week talking about how there was a lot of rumors coming back out that he had signed deals, and it was confirmed that he was coming back to play Obi-Wan Kenobi in a Disney Plus series. And I thought it was way too convenient that all these rumors were starting to rise back out of the grave literally a week before D23. And what happens? He walks on stage and asks Kathleen Kennedy to ask him if he's ever going to come back and play Obi-Wan Kenobi. She does just that. He turns to the crowd and says, yes. So, boom, there it is. It's finally confirmed. We are getting an Obi-Wan Kenobi series for Disney Plus talking about his time on Tatooine. I'm assuming that's what it's going to be. If they do anything else, it'll be completely dumb, and you shouldn't do that. But I have a lot of theories for exactly what's going to be going on in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I'm going to have a video on that probably later this week, just talking about theories of what it could be about, what could happen, what we will see, and what we probably won't see as far as maybe major villain reprisals or just story arcs in general. But they went on and said that the scripts for the series is ready. It's a limited series, so it's probably going to be about 6 to 8 episodes, so about 6 to 8 hours of content, all full of Obi-Wan. It's amazing. Scripts are done, and they're ready to start production next year, so I imagine we'll be seeing that series probably at the beginning of 2021, maybe late 2020 if we're lucky. I really don't know. But I'm super excited. This is the series that we've been wanting for years. He was talking about it on stage. I've been waiting for 4 years just talking about, oh, I don't know, maybe I'd love to come back. Maybe if Disney will give me a call, I'll come in and play Obi-Wan. And now he can finally say, yes, he is coming back to play Obi-Wan Kenobi. But we also got some really big news concerning the story of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. There was a trailer that was shown at D23, but it was only to the people that were there in the venue. It has not been released to the public yet, as this trailer is most likely going to be dropped in October during Monday Night Football, which is the same thing they've been doing for the past few years with all the new Star Wars movies. You get the trailer in April, you get like a sizzle reel somewhere in summer being Comic-Con or D23, and then you get the second big trailer in October. So that's what we're looking at right now. But the big talking point is that apparently in the end of this trailer, there is a scene of Rey in a dark Jedi cloak wielding a double-bladed red lightsaber. Now, this is not blown out of proportion. This is actually what they saw in this trailer. Now, there's a lot more to that. I'm probably going to have a video on that one too. I don't think it's exactly as it sounds. It's probably just a vision of what could happen to her if she takes a certain path since the Emperor supposedly coming back for Episode 9. So take all of this with a grain of sand. I'll break that into more detail in another video. I'm pretty sure she's not turning to the dark side. It would just be too random and too messy to clean up toward the end of the film. Definitely a vision of some sort, but it leaves room for thought. Why is this coming out there? Are they trying to throw us that many curveballs that they want to turn Rey to the dark side? Who knows, but I mean, I'm all for it either way. And also on a completely unrelated note, but sort of related to Episode 9, LEGO actually came out and announced all of their fall and winter sets for this year, including a lot of stuff for The Mandalorian and The Rise of Skywalker, showing us a look at a Resistance Y-Wing fighter, which looks amazing, I might say. I'm a huge LEGO fan myself. But this just shows and confirms that we're going to get Y-Wings in The Rise of Skywalker, and I could not be happier. We've been wanting Y-Wings from the start ever since we saw the X-Wings in Episode 7 and then A-Wings later in Episode 8. So it only makes sense that now we finally get the Y-Wings. So I'm excited for that. I know it might not mean much to you guys, but I mean, hey, it's something, and ships and vehicles are always kind of cool. But what do you think? What about this are you excited for? Does Clone Wars spark your interest? Is it The Mandalorian? I guarantee you it's the Kenobi series. I know everyone's excited about that. Or could this news about Episode 9 possibly bring more speculation than we think? Is she really going to turn to the dark side, or is it just something to throw the fans off and think about other things until the movie drops this December? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to talk about it. But until any more news services that we can talk about, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Remember, if you like what you saw, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more movie news videos or if you'd like to see anything else. But until then, and as always, I will see you guys next time.